It's spooky week. Today I play a doctor who's best friends with a skeleton. I'm Dr. Yoni, and this is Mr. Boney. Goddamn bat. Death, our inevitable end that drives fear into all of our hearts. The concept of death is confusing and harrowing because it's a physical representation that our lives are meaningless. We are just animals. But movie deaths are awesome. Woo! Take it away, Bowie. Today in the Pop Culture Pop Countdown, the top 5 movie deaths of all time.
Pop Culture Pop Countdown. Yeah.
At number 5, it's the toilet scene in Jurassic Park. You know the scene when a dinosaur eats a man who's taking a shit. This is a true Hollywood moment. I could just see the writers right now envisioning the scene. So the lawyer's got his pants around his ankles and then the dinosaur eats him. And he's like taking a shit. Ooh, yeah. Yes, those are the writers for Jurassic Park. What I don't get is who's going to the bathroom when there's a dinosaur on the loose, much less a whole island of dinosaurs. Hey, I guess he had to go. Maybe he was dealing with his own dinosaur problem. A poopasaur ass. That was a good one, right, Boney? Oh, yeah. At number 4, it's another monster eating a human scene with Quint's death in Jaws. You know the scene. The shark is slowly chomping on the boat as Quint is slowly sliding into his mouth. The shark's mouth, not his mouth. True story. I saw this movie for the first time with my older sister. I was around 6 or 7. I was so scared I ran around the corner and I was like, hey, tell me when it's a good part to come back in. She told me to come back in just as the shark bit down on Quint's stomach and his mouth exploded. It was a good memory. I had a very nice childhood. Alright, we're going to change gears from the monsters and go with number 3, Thelma and Louise. The wonderful death of the best friends in the history of best friends. You know the scene. After a wild police chase, these two have nowhere to go. They look into each other. Gina Davis is all like, let's keep going. And they do that very famous hand grab. And they drive off a f***ing cliff. And that's how you go out, with your best friend by your side. Right, Boney? You do that with me, right? No, Yoni, I'm not a real person. I'm an unfairly priced skeleton that you bought from Target. You need real friends. You can't just buy friends at Target. Stop crying in your room and talking to objects. All right, best friends are great, but let's go back to monsters killing people with number 2, the chest burster scene from Alien. They're all laughing on a spaceship, high-fiving each other, eating food, when all of a sudden John Hurt's like, oh. And the alien bursts out of his chest like this. Everyone's all like, ah! What kind of Thai food place is this? Having an alien burst out of your chest is not how I want to die. Not only does it look painful, but it's humiliating. And at number 1, the most memorable death scene in movie history is the shower scene in Psycho. Horror master Alfred Hitchcock was a genius. He took showers, the most vulnerable and safest place in our everyday lives, fine, every other day, and he made it terrifying. Oh, it's a freaky scene. The shower head perfectly center pouring water on our heads, the shadow behind the curtain, the awkward sounds of the stabbing. It's a very scary death scene because what would you use to fight back? Your bottle of herbal essence? I mean, I know it smells great, but that's not gonna combat with a knife. It's a very scary death and probably the most spoofed scene in movie history. Alright, those are the top 5 most memorable death scenes in movie history. If I'm forgetting yours, let me know. Tweet at me at YoniTime or leave a comment below. A very special thanks to my guest, Mr. Boney. Thank you for having me. Do not pass go. What movie is that from? Pop quiz. Alright, get ready for some more spooky week here on YoniTime. I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you want to subscribe to the YouTube channel, press subscribe right over here. If you want to see old episodes, click right over here. I guarantee you it'll tickle your I think I just broke it. Oh, damn it, I did break it.